Hi, it's Joy, and today I'm going to be watching Fargo, Season 2, Episode 6, Rhinoceros. I am loving this season. Thank you so much, Al, for sponsoring it. So the end of the last episode, the police were pulling up to Peggy and Ed's house. The shop burnt down, the Gerhardts went after them, but some of the Gerhardt, the war between the families, and well, the family and the giant corporation. A lot of stressful stuff is happening. Someone did also mention in the comments that Kirsten Dunst and the actor that plays Ed, whose name has escaped my brain, actually got married after meeting on this show, so I hope their marriage is much better than the one in the show. But no, I love that sort of thing. It makes you feel good, doesn't it? So yes, a reminder that you can find the unedited version of this reaction on my Patreon, and you can also get the edited version. The unedited version comes out 2 weeks in advance, the edited version comes out 1 week in advance. Sorry I say that every time, but yes, let's go.
You're so out of lecture. You can't just ruin people's lives. No, parade them around Main
Ooh.
they didn't do. Falsely accused. No.
What are they arresting Ed for?
You're not gonna prove my Ed did anything wrong. It's unprovable.
Because why aren't they arresting both of them? It's so weird in a small town because, like, this is the same guy that a few nights ago he was joking about his daughter loving bacon in the morning, and now he's arresting him for murder. Or most likely murder.
It's like the tap might just spin right off the globe these days and take you along with it.
I know.
What's that for?
Okay, so he's not badly hurt. He is probably the least prepared of the whole family for this situation. What is the family gonna do? Because I imagine his dad's gonna be pissed that his older brother sent him along. You're a piece of work. Well, aren't you a loving father? And now you're gonna die. Yeah, this is deserved. I mean, I don't agree with violence, but you know, within their world.
You're getting a belt, kid.
What the fuck?
What have you ever done?
What have you ever done? Yeah, exactly, so go fuck off.
That's my boy.
This is a messed up fucking family.
No!
Thank you.
Honey, he doesn't live through the night.
I already did, believe me, he just doesn't know it.
Well, he's currently in a prison cell. I think his wife's probably at home, unless she drove down to the station. As long as they don't go after Noreen, who's at home with Molly. Oh, Christ. And the mum. Anyone could overhear you doing it this publicly.
Kiss my grits.
If I was them, I'd almost attack the house. Because you've got, like, the woman who's in charge there, the old man.
The jaws that bite.
I'm stressed.
I got this seminar tomorrow, late spring, and I gotta drive up to Sioux Falls first thing, so.
No, you're not.
Well, and your husband is currently in jail, so I wouldn't count on getting there.
Trying to actualize fully, you know? Be the
Yeah.
best I can
No
be.
one is buying this.
Check your car for blood. Microscopically, I mean. Which, you'd be amazed at what we can find on the atomic level these days.
I mean,
And Sonny now is the owner of record. And he was more than happy.
no, you can't. That's
Only a guilty person would protest about this.
Gerhard, your car.
I'm so stressed that he's gonna die. Either by her hand or by the Gerhardts.
It's just so crazy.
It is, but it's your life, I'm afraid.
Stop thinking about matter, what they throw at me. I'm gonna take care of what's mine.
Okay, but you've committed crimes, and there's also a bigger, scarier crime family trying to kill you. Well, not this guy.
Mercy.
Oh, so tense, because I feel like everything is literally going to explode soon. Oh god, is that the crimes? The Gerhardts? Because I don't want him to die. He told you to stay there. Is it feeling real now?
Side now, babe. Go now.
Is it all real now?
No matter what you hear.
Oh my god, don't die, please don't die, please don't die.
I could fill a steamer trunk with the amount of stupid I think you are. But
Me too. I'm stressed. Please don't kill him or hurt him. No, 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 please, 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 please.
no, Peggy, hey.
No!
Said the butcher's down at the precinct. Could be bullshit. Take Polk and Carter. I'll clean up here.
Please don't kill him, please. Are they gonna bloom and take it seriously now if Peggy survives this? Or if she doesn't, I guess Ed will have to. I mean, they could just light a match down here and eventually she'd have to run out. Please tell me she's hiding somewhere else. I don't love her, but she doesn't deserve to be murdered.
Shit.
Oh my god! You are the worst, most useless person ever! Whether it's crime or not. Don't have your taser anymore. Let's hope she can get it. Yes, 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 yes. Good job. See, I think the Kansas people could be coming here.
No such thing as men's work, women's work anymore.
I mean, I still think everyone's going to die.
Right to-
Yep. She told them all the men had gone, all the men with guns. Oh, Christ. They weren't even remotely trying to spare, the girl either. Oh, goodness. So if a drunk lawyer walked in, I would be like... I would be like, I think I need a sober lawyer.
The establishment has ears everywhere, even here. Ears? Instead, I shall simply
My
ask
God.
G or NG. And you, my client.
As though if they were listening.
In the affirmative.
Oh, crikey. Oh, Christ.
The jackboots are upon us.
I think he gets shot at some point. Not fatally, obviously, but... Is this the time?
Deputy Bluth.
Oh!
I know you got designs on him. Inside.
Is it bulletproof?
Safe.
Oh,
By
goodness.
armed men. Oh, that's good thinking.
These people have never had real crime. Just, like, this town is a small town, even if state people.
I'm walking you out of here. Am I released then?
Or is the bullet going to hit the book that he put or something?
There's a lynch mob outside.
Mhm.
String you up.
Mm-hmm.
Come on.
This is so much. Oh my god, I'm stressed. He's out here. Please don't shoot Lou. At this point, if Ed has to go, Ed has to go.
And yes, witness puts a gun in his hand with a shot. The maximum is 10 years.
Don't tell him who the witness is.
A wanted fugitive. Shoot on sight.
It's the truth. Go shoot your brother for getting him into this mess.
But you gotta go. Now.
The man is speaking sense. Do you want your kid to live on the run forever? I mean, if this goes wrong and they try him as an adult or something, yeah, he would definitely kill this lawyer. You did good. Still don't like you very much, but you did good. What happened at the house? Of course. Both with Peggy in that house and at their house. Are they all dead? So much has happened in this episode that I'm almost forgetting. And I'm pretty sure Molly's dad was shot at some point and left the force not long after, during the mess. Oh god. Fuck, fuck, fuck. Oh. Now they're both in peril again. Or is that thingamajig? Who's to say that that's not someone that stole a police car? Because there was one outside the station. Oh, thank God it was him.
No, don't tire yourself. You know where he's headed?
Yep. That was a lucky escape for them. Ed is still in peril though, and he... Please don't let this be the end of the episode. I need to know what happened next. No? Okay, so the question now is, do I watch the next one, despite the fact that that was not my schedule for today? That was a fantastic episode. So much happened. I knew the last two being a little bit slower was the same as season one. It wasn't like anyway bad slow, but it was just the pieces were there, and now this whole episode was like explosion-y. Because at the beginning you had kind of the psychological stuff with Ed and Peggy being completely delusional, but I can also understand that, like, if you're just an ordinary person who commits a crime, you're not going to want to own up to it and have your whole life taken away. I mean, no one is going to ever think, oh, that sounds fun to me. So yeah, that was a lot. and just kind of the exasperation of the police, like, they literally just came for you and tried to kill you, and now this. So that was a lot. Peggy and Ed are still clinging to the belief they can get away with this, and you know, if it wasn't for the crime family, maybe they could. Although her car will definitely be there is definitely some blood in that car, so forensics would find it. I don't see this being them getting away, but then they've had so many opportunities to come clean and to say, like, I don't know why I just drove home, like, you know, kind of, I don't know, I feel like being kind of a middle-class white couple, you're not gonna get, like, the worst of sentencing in the world in any of our current justice systems in the UK or America, so they probably could have got away with it. Then you have the Gerhardt family, which is coming apart at the seams, but the catalyst for that is the eldest son, Dodd, I don't know what his name is. The one, obviously he was not the original eldest son, but he has caused his friction with his brother. He refuses to accept his mother's authority right now. He abuses his family. Like, he is the reason his daughter is with the enemy. He is the reason that the kid is in prison, because, to be honest, if he had just sent the seasoned guy, he would have walked in, he would have shot Ed, and possibly been out of there before Noreen, although he would have gone in the first place and he would have killed Noreen, so I'm quite glad it happened this way around. But, you know, if he just sent that guy, everything would be better right now. But he's just... It's one thing to give the kid a chance at joining the crime family, it's another thing to do it on a murder mission. There are so many other things he could have taken part in first. But he is the catalyst for all of this. So we still don't know what happened back at the house. If the grandma managed to get them to somewhere safe. Is Otto dead because he was just sat upright? But was there enough distance between him and the window that they managed to miss him? I think the women got to safety, at least under the counter, but all of them were there. I mean, the moment she phoned and she was like, oh yeah, everyone left the house is empty now. It's just, you know, that there were not the usual guards and everything. I was like, well, she was just blinded by her desire to get revenge. Now, what I think is really, really interesting with that is that they couldn't care less about her, which we already knew. But when they were firing at that window, she could have died and they would have done nothing to stop it. So I wonder if that's going to kind of wake her up to what she's done and to actually choosing her family over this. Sorry, I just do not want an iTunes update right now. I can understand why she's doing what she's doing. She kind of feels like she's a grown-up, feels like she's acting, you know, for herself and putting herself first because her dad is an abusive dick, and keeps telling her she can't have any role in the family. Perhaps if the grandmother had spoken to her sooner about, like, I believe in you, you can be a crime person if you want to, maybe that wouldn't have happened. So I'm very intrigued at what happened there. I feel like the second son is going home now rather than going via the Blomquist place, so he will probably get home to either find, like, to start attacking and find, you know, join in the battle, or he will come home to find a massacre. I am really intrigued. And, like, if they get in the house and they find, like, all the people, would Milligan spare the girl because he could still use her? Or will he just kill her and be like... I mean, I feel like there are lots of children and non-fighters left in this home because they literally took everyone. And even if they left a couple of guards, there is no way gonna... what on earth happened there? I'm so frustrated that I want to know. Then the standoff at the police station, that was tense. And I'm really tense because I'm probably misremembering this, but I definitely feel like Molly and Lou, when he talked to her, he talked about how he had a case, but there was a slew of bodies, it was a mess. And I feel like he got shot, so then when she got shot, she was like, well, now I'm like you or something. And then it was like, that was part of why when he left the force and joined and opened up his cafe place, you know, kind of he moved on. They even moved from Laverne to Bemidji. So I am stressed about him every second. Like, he will survive because he's alive and, you know, a grandfather in season 1, but he's gonna get shot. I'm stressed about the mother dying at any point of cancer or just through other means, and I'm really stressed about the sheriff because the Solverson and extended family get my heart. I say this every time. Season 1, I got what I wanted. They all survived. They lived happily ever after. So in season 1, I do not think I'm going to get my happily ever after. I mean, the grandfather isn't around in season 1, understandably, but let's hope that was because he just lived to a ripe old age and died naturally. Same with the mother died naturally. I don't know. I don't remember when they talked about her dying, which is the scary thing. Another thing that frightens me is Noreen. I really do like Noreen and I want her to live. But if at any point the Gerhardt's like, because what the lawyer said was brilliant, like he did exactly what he needed to do, 10 out of 10 to him. I don't really like his character still, but that was really, really well managed in pointing out that this is not going to make things right for the kid. The best thing, if you want what's best for your son, is to let him go through the system. But what if they're like, oh, there is a witness that puts the gun in his hand? Well, okay, there's also Ed. Ed is probably not so reliable a witness given that he's killed someone as well. Maybe they can they're planning to get rid of Ed anyway. But Noreen is a witness to what happened. And if Charlie or if anyone mentions that it's Noreen, is she going to have to go into witness protection? Because as long as the Gerhardts are out there, she is in danger because she is like completely innocent. She did not murder anyone that day or previously. So I'm stressed for, especially if she's staying at the Solverson household, because I'm stressed for everyone involved. That standoff was terrifying. I mean, especially like joining the police in a little town like they are in, even the state police or whatever, you're not going to expect to deal with this level of, you know, this crime family isn't local. They've come visiting. So they're not prepared as much as they once had training. They probably wasn't even very good training. So these are people that are not prepared. These are the sort of cops that in, you know, your Criminal Minds FBI type show, when the trained agents turn up, they're bumbling around even nowadays. So the terror you would feel in that state. Lou is very much, I think his military experience really helps him in that situation, but for all of the people that didn't fight in Vietnam, they would not have any kind of experience with anything like this and would be bloody terrified. And I love how they didn't really know what to do. Lou's plan was brilliant. He got away. I mean, if the grandfather, the sheriff, hadn't been driving past, Ed would definitely be dead. Lou would very possibly be dead too. But one of my favourite things as well has been Ed and the sheriff, whose name I can't remember, I know his name. Lou and the sheriff, the way they're talking to them, and they're just so exasperated. Like, okay, yeah, like, you are not getting away with this. We know you did it. We're going to get forensics that you did it, and the crime family that you're messed up with knows you did it. You've helped trigger a war. Like, just, we can help you if you own up to it. I mean, I just think like the way they're talking is so, it's just, I don't know, I love it. But at the same time, you can understand the psychology of Ed and Peggy, of just, especially with Peggy, of just, she's always been someone that's refused to accept what's right in front of her. But it's that kind of, they're just so determined to get out, and I wonder what's going to happen now. I mean, Ed ran off that way. They've driven off this way. Is there another road that will go faster to his house? Are they just heading back to the host station or the hospital like, we know where Ed's going? I mean, I'm really kind of, what was the state of the house? Because I was so convinced the grandfather was going to die in that moment. Molly's granddad, that was stressful. They just hurt him, which I don't like, but that's okay. Peggy, you know, she held her own. That woman is not a damsel in distress. She was able to, well, luckily she only had to take out 2 because he shot one of his own men. The moron. I did enjoy watching him get tased, though. That was fun. Were they the only people left? Because I feel like there were more men upstairs, so did Peggy manage to take them out? Did they manage to capture her in the end? Have they currently got Peggy? So Ed's going to come home to find them all there with Peggy. Is he going to come home to find a note that's like, we have your wife, come here or else we'll kill her? Like, what is the situation there? Or did Peggy manage to deal with everything? I feel like the house was most likely empty because I can't see the sheriff leaving without Peggy if it was, or the house was full of armed people and there was nothing else he could do and he needed to go and get back up. But I'm just, what happened? There are 2 instances there where we just don't know what happened after the events that we saw, and I need to know. So yeah, Peggy and Ed, assuming they both survive this series of events, I mean, we were on episode 6, so we've got 4 more episodes after this. Are they gonna accept that they can't just get away with this and act like nothing's happening, or are they going to keep running? Are they going to try and run right now? Has Peggy already run? I mean, what the fuck is happening? I feel like potentially her boss, she might go to her boss for help somehow. I don't know. So yeah, again, my brain is, there's so much happening in this episode, my brain is a bit scrambled, but it was such a good episode. Probably my favourite of season 2 so far because it was just so tense and I was so scared, but then nothing too bad actually happened, so I'm able to be like, whew, whereas I don't think I'm going to last. Like, season 1, they were nice to me. I got my happily ever after with the characters I wanted to have happily ever after. I'm stressed about season 2's ending. This was absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much, Albert, for sponsoring. And you can find the unedited version of this if you're watching on YouTube. The unedited version of this reaction is up on Patreon. You get those 2 weeks in advance, and you can also get the edited version 1 week in advance. And thank you so much for watching.